Look at the same woman twice. Same body, same size, same day. In the first outfit, the shoulder seam slips off the edge of her shoulder. The fabric falls in one wide block from bust to hip, and the hem stops at the fullest part of her. In the second, the shoulder sits right where it should. The fabric follows her and releases cleanly, and you can see a clear, intentional shape. She didn't lose a single pound, only the cut changed. And that is the whole secret most fashion advice misses. A fuller figure over 60 doesn't need to become smaller to look elegant. The clothes simply need to fit and fall with intention. You felt the difference in your own closet without naming it. There's the dress you bought because it was easy, the loose top that promised to cover everything, and somehow it added bulk and gave you no shape at all, instead of looking elegant. That isn't your body's fault, and it certainly isn't a reason to cover up more or squeeze into something tight. It's that the garment gave your figure no anchor and no proportion. And those are fixable, on the body you already have. So today I'll show you 7 fit decisions that genuinely flatter a fuller figure after 60. Not by hiding it, and not by forcing it into one ideal shape, but by helping clothes look intentional on you. And to be clear from the start, this is not about exposing anything. You can choose all the coverage you like, for comfort, for modesty, for any reason that's yours, and still have shape, movement, and intention. As we go, notice which of these your wardrobe is missing. And stay for the 7th, because it's the one that decides whether a garment truly works once you're living in it, not just standing at the mirror. And at the very end, I'll give you a simple test for any piece in your closet. Tip 1. Anchor the garment correctly. Start at the shoulder. The first decision is where a garment anchors, and the most important anchor is usually the shoulder. When the shoulder seam sits right at the edge of your shoulder, the whole garment hangs correctly from there, even over a fuller bust or middle. When it slips off, everything below it collapses and adds bulk, no matter how good the fabric. So the shoulder is the first place to look, for jackets, shirts, coats, anything structured. The exception is designs meant to sit differently. A relaxed knit, a dropped shoulder, a raglan sleeve, where the rule simply changes. You check where that design is meant to anchor instead. And anchoring isn't only the shoulder. Notice the neckline and the armhole. An armhole cut too low drops fabric and adds width under the arm. When those upper anchor points sit correctly, the garment is already halfway to elegant, because it's hanging from the right places rather than pulling or sagging from the wrong ones. Get the anchor right first, everything else builds on it. So that's the first, anchor the garment, starting at the shoulder. A piece can anchor perfectly and still fall flat, though if it gives your figure no point of shape, which is the next decision. Tip 2. Create a point of shape, at the waist or elsewhere. The second decision is giving the eye a point of shape so the silhouette reads as intentional rather than as one straight column. Now, you've probably heard, always define your waist. And for many women, a gently defined waist is lovely. But it isn't right for everyone, and that's important. If you carry fullness through the middle, have a shorter torso, a fuller bust with little waist to show, or any reason the waist isn't where you want attention, you do not have to put it there. The real principle isn't show your waist. It's show the eye one place where the outfit changes direction. That point of shape can come from many places. An open jacket or cardigan creates 2 clean vertical lines and an inner column. A diagonal wrap line, a seam that curves gently in, a jacket that nips just slightly, a hem that falls at a flattering spot. For some women, that's a soft waist. For others, it's below the bust, at the hip, or simply the line of an open layer. You choose where the shape lives. You're not obeying a rule. You're giving the silhouette one intentional curve instead of a straight drop. That's what reads as elegant, wherever you place it. So that's the second, one point of shape, at the waist or wherever suits you. And once the outfit has a shape, the next decision is telling the eye where to begin. Tip 3. Choose one clear focal point. The third decision is giving the outfit a single, deliberate focal point. One clear place for the eye to begin. Because when nothing leads, the eye wanders and takes in everything at once with no story. And to be clear, a focal point isn't about steering attention away from your body, as if it shouldn't be seen. It's simply good composition. One outfit, one starting point. For many women over 60, near the face is a wonderful place to put it. A beautiful neckline, a scarf in a color you love, earrings that catch the light, partly because it brings the eye up to your expression and your smile. But the face is one option, not a law. Your focal point could be a striking necklace, one bold color, lovely shoes, a print. The key is to pick one lead and let the rest stay quieter. Statement earrings with a simple neckline, or a colorful scarf with small earrings, not everything competing at once. One lead, one quieter support, and a calm area to rest. That's what looks composed rather than busy. So that's the third, one clear focal point. If even one of these first three is already shifting how you see your closet, tap like. It genuinely helps other women find this. Now the fourth, and a focal point, can't rescue fabric that grips or collapses, which is exactly what this one is about. Tip 4. Control the ease. Not too tight, not too loose. The fourth decision is ease, how much room the garment gives. And the goal is neither tight nor enormous, but controlled space that follows you and releases. Here's how to see it, rather than guess. Too tight shows itself in horizontal pulling, fabric straining across the bust or middle, pockets spreading open, side seams dragging forward. Too loose shows itself when the garment hangs off you like it's on a hanger. Excess fabric collapsing under the arm, the piece moving independently of your body, no line anywhere. Correct ease is the middle. The fabric follows your shape without gripping, the seams stay where they should, and it falls cleanly past the parts you'd rather it skim. And the truest test isn't standing still, it's movement. Sit down. Does it pull hard across your lap or right up? Raise your arms. Can you? Comfortably? Walk. Does it move with you and settle back? Fabric matters here too. A fabric with a little weight and drape follows beautifully, while very thin, clingy fabric grips, and very stiff fabric stands away. Though even thin fabric can work when it's lined or cut with enough ease. The point is controlled space, proven in motion. So that's the fourth, controlled ease, tested by moving. And the fifth is about giving the eye a path to travel. Tip 5. Build a continuous line for the eye. The fifth decision is creating a continuous pathway for the eye to travel, top to bottom, because an unbroken line reads as longer and more elegant than an outfit chopped into competing sections. You've heard vertical lines lengthen and wear one color. Both can help, but neither is magic and neither is a rule for every body. So let's be honest about how they actually work. A long line can come from an open jacket or vest, a column of tonal color, a trouser crease, a long lapel, a vertical seam, a necklace that draws downward. Tonal, closely related shades rather than one flat color head to toe, often looks richer and is far easier to wear than an exact match. The thing to watch for is where the strongest break lands. A hard contrast, say a light top meeting dark trousers, can be wonderful when the proportion is right, or it can cut you at an awkward spot when it isn't. So you don't ban contrast, you just check where that horizontal break falls, and if it lands somewhere unflattering, you adjust the top length, the rise, or repeat a color to soften it. Continuous line where you want length, a deliberate break where you want it, both on purpose. So that's the fifth, a continuous line with breaks placed deliberately. Before the last two, one quick word. If turning these proportion ideas into real outfits feels like a lot, the Effortless Elegance Guide gives you ready-made combinations built for a fuller figure. It's pinned. Now the sixth, and it's the proportion lever most women never think about. Tip 6. Place your hems deliberately. The sixth decision is hems, and this is the quiet one that changes everything, because every hem creates a horizontal line across your body, and where that line lands matters enormously. A jacket that ends at your waist, your high hip, your fullest point, or just below it gives 4 completely different silhouettes. Same jacket. A top that stops at the widest part, or bunches over the middle, draws a line right there. A cropped trouser that ends at a slim part of the ankle lengthens. One that stops at the fullest part shortens. A sleeve that ends exactly at the bust or hip draws an accidental line across it. So before you keep a piece, look at where each hem falls. Top, jacket, sleeve, skirt, dress, trouser, and ask whether that line is landing somewhere you'd choose. If it isn't, the fix is easy. A different length, a small tuck, a trouser taken up, a sleeve pushed back. You're placing each horizontal line on purpose instead of letting the garment place it for you. Once you start seeing hems this way, you'll spot in a second why one length looks elegant on you and another doesn't. So that's the sixth. Place every hem deliberately. And the seventh is the one that decides whether any of this holds up once you actually wear it. Tip 7. Test it in motion, the way you'll really wear it. Here it is, the seventh, the one I promised. And it's the one almost everyone skips. Judge a garment by how it behaves when you move, not by how it looks while you stand frozen at the mirror. A piece can look perfect standing still, and then pull, ride up, gape, or bind the moment you live in it. And a garment you're constantly tugging and adjusting will never look elegant, because the fidgeting shows. So put it through your real day, right there in the fitting room or at home. Stand naturally. Sit down. Raise both arms. Walk a few steps. Turn to the side. As you move, notice, do the seams stay put or drag forward? Does it pull hard anywhere? Does the hem ride up and stay up? Does the neckline shift and gape? And most of all, does it settle back into place when you stop, or do you have to fix it? A garment that anchors correctly, gives you shape, and lets you move freely is one you'll forget you're wearing. And that ease is what looks most elegant of all. The clothes that flatter a fuller figure aren't the ones you manage all day. They're the ones that quietly support you while you get on with your life. The test that decides any garment. So how do you judge a single piece in your closet? Here's the test, and it's the only thing from this video you need to keep. Put it on, stand at a full-length mirror, and walk through 4 quick things. 1. Anchor. Does it sit correctly at the shoulder and neckline, hanging from the right places? 2. Shape. Is there one clear point of shape and a line for the eye? Or is it one undefined block? 3. Line. Do the hems land where you'd choose, front and side? And 4. The honest one. Can I sit, walk, and reach in this and live my whole day without constantly adjusting it? If it anchors, has shape, lands well, and lets you move freely, keep it. If you'd spend the day fixing it, let it go, however much you wanted it to work. The most elegant thing a fuller-figured woman over 60 can wear isn't the outfit that hides her. It's the one that fits, moves, and lets her forget she's wearing it. And here's the part that ties it all together, the one that isn't a fit rule at all. When your clothes anchor, fit, and move with you, something happens to how you carry yourself. You stop tugging and bracing yourself against being seen, and you simply stand in your clothes like they're yours. That ease, that quiet confidence that comes from an outfit that supports you instead of fighting you, is the most flattering thing any woman can wear, at any size. Notice that not one of these 7 decisions was about making your body smaller or hiding it away. Everyone was about clothes that fit the body you have, move the way you move, and let you look and feel entirely like yourself. That was always the secret. Elegance was never about taking up less space. It was about wearing clothes that let you fill your space comfortably, beautifully, and on purpose. Tell me in the comments, which fit problem shows up most in your wardrobe? Too much fabric with no shape, a focal point that's all over the place, or hems landing in the wrong spot? And which decision are you going to test first? One change is enough to see the difference. And if you've already found something that makes you feel wonderful and at ease in your own body, share it below so another woman reading this can feel it too. I read every comment and I answer. If this gave you a kinder, more useful way to see your closet, here's the perfect next one, on screen now. 3 colors that make gray hair look expensive. Because once your clothes fit and support you, color decides whether your face or the garment is noticed first. Save this to take to your closet this week, and send it to a friend who deserves to feel beautiful exactly as she is. Take care of yourself, with intention, and I'll see you very soon.